Hey y'all, so I got approximately, I am so dry faced. I'm on my way home to change into my gym clothes. I have approximately like 1 to 2 minutes to show you guys my book haul. Normally I do buy secondhand, but I couldn't find these. So first we have The Dry Heart by Natalia Ginsburg. Getting read today. I have The Days of Abandonment. It came in the mail. So excited. By Eleanor Ferrante. I have The Voices in the Evening by Natalia Ginsburg. I'm pretty sure it's Natalia, but Natalia Ginsburg because she is Italian. And then I have No One Is Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood. So I'm about to get ready and go change, hit the gym, go home, take a bath. Honestly, after my shower, I might film my March wrap up. And then after my shower from the gym, I'm gonna film my March wrap up, and then I need to export my vlog. By the time you guys see this, of course, reading vlog number 3 is gonna be up, but I have to export that. So I'm gonna let that export while I'm at the gym, and I'm uploading it tomorrow, which is April 8th, and then I'll probably film my March reading wrap up when I get home because it won't take that long, because I only read 4 books. I DNF 3 and I read 4. Is there something in my teeth? I DNF 3 and I read 4. So all in all, it would have been a good solid reading month, because one of the books that I DNF'd, which is the Alice Hoffman book, I DNF'd Winter also. But anyway, one of the books that I DNF'd, I got really far in it. Like, I got really far in Alice Hoffman, and I got really fucking far. I should have just went ahead and finished Euphoria, but I just couldn't waste any more time. I got far in both of those. So it would have been 6 books read this month. But whatever, we're gonna talk about it then. Y'all will see my little wrap up or whatever. But I just popped on really quickly to show you guys that my books came in the mail today. And I'm excited about them. So yeah, I'm about to go now. Bye. What's up, vlog? Where? So I'm coming to you disheveled a little. Eating Chipotle. I want to come with a couple of updates. So I never told you guys. Okay, first of all, I am 2 essays away from finishing What My Mother and I Don't Talk About. So I actually put this down, the book, and I have been listening to it on audiobook, on script, and it's been going well. All the voices change. Every time an essay changes, the voices change, and I really, really like that. I really, really like that. And so they're still going good so far. Gaining perspective. Other people's life experiences is always fun. It's always needed. Honestly, reading these essays kind of made me feel like I'm traveling, and I'm learning about how other people live and how other people were raised. It's really heart-wrenching stuff. Like I said, really captivating, thought-provoking for sure. So I definitely recommend. So in the midst of doing that and finishing that, as I showed you guys in my previous clip, my books came in the mail and I could not help myself. I started reading this last night, but I only probably got like 12 pages in because I was falling asleep. I was so tired last night. I probably went to bed around 8. Then I got a phone call that interrupted me, but only for a little while. And then today, all day, I've been reading. Oh, today is Friday. Today is Friday, April 8th, 2022. And every chance I could get today, downtime, lunchtime, EC time, I was reading. And so we know that this is a novella, very, very short novel. And oh, it's The Dry Heart. This is The Dry Heart by Natalia Ginsburg. And whoo, This baby packs a punch. It's like somebody slapped me in my face, punched me in my stomach, because I understand everything that our narrator is going through. Everything. Yeah, I don't think I know her name. I don't think I even know her name. Sis is nameless, but I do know her husband's name, Alberto. There's 3 characters throughout this novel. 4, 5 if you want to count the baby. There's Dr. Godenzi, Alberto, her husband, Alfonso, her husband's best friend, and Francesca, her cousin. Let me tell you something. I love Francesca. Alright, so this book was first published in 1952. Natalia Ginsburg. She died in 1991. She died in 1991. So this is a printing, what is this? A company called New Directions is who's printing her her stuff out now, and I love this cover. I think this is great. This is so cool. So The Dry Heart follows the life of a woman. First of all, on the opening page, we find out that the wife has shot her husband in between his eyes, and so that's all you're gonna get before you realize all the events that led up to the reason why she felt like she had to do that. And it's giving us in detail. This is written like an essay style. Are there quotations? There are a few quotation marks, but it's just like written, completely drawn out, completely written. There's no stops, there's no breaks. Kind of stream of consciousness writing, but it has a purpose. She's just telling the story of her life, how they met, what led them to get married, reasons why they shouldn't have gotten married, but she was just so obsessed. There's so many good points in here. I have so many words underlined. I have so many passages underlined. The first one to give you guys like an idea of what's going on. Here's the first thing that I ever underlined, and it's on page 7. It says here, a girl likes to think that a man may be in love with her, and even if she doesn't love him in return, it's almost as if she did. She is prettier than usual and her eyes shine. She walks at a faster pace and the tone of her voice is softer and sweeter. So this just gives you an idea already that she knew full on that Alberto did not love her. And yet she still went forth. She didn't push, actually. She didn't push. I'm not going to tell you a lot of it because it's so short. You can give so much away. So I'm not going to tell you a lot of it. But there's little points like that and moments like that. I'm going to give you another quote. Here's another one. Now I have become too idiotic to have an imagination. I absorbed his every word and tried to see if there was any love in it. I took his words and turned them over and over again in my mind. They seemed to have first one meaning and then another, until finally I let the whole thing go and I dozed off. This is her still trying to see if he loves her or not. One more. Knowing this was a necessity like eating and drinking, all of a sudden it came to me that telling the truth was a necessity too, no matter how difficult it seemed. And so I said that I loved him. This is just a young girl pining for the love and attention and affection and adoration of someone. So it's giving me a very much unrequited love. Very much unrequited love. I just wanted to tell y'all, I'm in love with this book. This book is so dang good. It's so dang good. It's worth all the hype that it's getting. And it's not even a lot of hype. I just so happen to stumble across the right video to recommend something like this to me. And I love it. As you can see, look at the tabs. Look at the tabs. And it's so tiny, so short. This book is awesome. And we'll talk about it more later when I finish it. I have, where am I? 70. I have 19 more pages and I'm done. So we'll talk about it later. It's probably food all up in my teeth. Alright, y'all. So I did a library haul. My phone's about to die. But I bought some library books. I got some library books. So here's what I got before it dies. Some good stuff. Some good stuff. So first I want to start with this one, because I said I wasn't gonna let it go. Didn't I say I was gonna get the book because I didn't like reading it on my phone? And I did, but I didn't want to buy it because I did not like Euphoria. But I got Writers and Lovers. I got The Idiot by Elf Bateman. Oh my god, I'm really excited for this one. I'm excited for this one. I got My Year of Rest and Relaxation because I wanted to see for myself. I've heard good things and bad things about this. So by Tessa Moshfegh. And a book that Rebecca Eats Books talked about today. Runaway, which is another collection of short stories. So, well, I'm not reading a collection of short stories. I'm reading essay collections. This is a collection of short stories. So we'll see. Of course, when I get library books, I feel like I have to read those first. So I'm gonna kind of put Days of Abandonment kind of on the back burner for a little bit. I'll probably start reading that at the same time as The Idiot. I know I should read Writers and Lovers, but I already started. I'm on like page 100 already because I already started reading it. So we're gonna be doing Days of Abandonment and The Idiot together. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. What is up, vlog? How is everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing really, really well. That's from GK Reads. Today I'm here to do an update just to let y'all know like where I am right now in my reading, what we're about to get ready and do today, and yeah, all that good stuff. So right now we are in South Memphis, waiting on Autumn's grandparents for church. I'm not going to church, but it's a part of Autumn's weekly routine to go to church with her other side of her family, so we're here for that. It is early. It's 9:38 a.m. on a Sunday. Today is April 10th. So yeah. Okay, so let's discuss. So I think the last time I talked to y'all was Friday evening, and I was updating you on where I was in the Dry Heart and how I felt about the Dry Heart, and I was just finishing it up that night and all that good stuff. So I ended up finishing the Dry Heart Saturday while I was getting my hair braided. New hair, who this? So yeah, while I was getting my hair braided, I finished the Dry Heart, and I love the Dry Heart. Oh my god, I love this book so much. So it was really good, really interesting. I wouldn't classify this as a thriller, although it does say it's a rich psychological thriller on the back. That was written by whoever, Francis Fernay, or no, that was translated by Francis Fernay, but somebody who wrote the little description of it, the blurb on the back said it was a psychological thriller. It wasn't very psychological to me. I don't want to put myself in the shoes of the unnamed narrator, but I completely understand why she did what she did, which of course we know she murdered her husband. He was just sitting at the table, and she just was like, I shot him between the eyes. And so the rest of the story tells us why she decided to go and do that thing that she did, and it's clear as day. It's evident that this is an unrequited love story. When she finally told him how she felt, he didn't like it, and so she told him that she loved him. He said he didn't love her back. He told her he didn't love her back. She told him that she didn't want to ever see him again because he still wanted to come and call on her. Then I think the defeatist attitude of a narcissistic man made him feel as though, well, you know what, let me go ahead and court her and possibly marry her, because he just couldn't stand the thought or the idea of not having any access to her at all, because she no longer wanted to see him anymore. And so that's how their love story started. And it wasn't a love story at all, because of course shortly thereafter she started to realize that it was impossible for him to leave this woman that he was having an adulterous relationship with. And I say adulterous because he was seeing the woman before he and her got married. And that woman that he was seeing and so in love with, she has a name. Her name is Giovanna. Giovanna had a husband and a son. And they had been seeing each other for, 7 to 10 years. And they just couldn't stop because they were so attached to one another. And so it's just a very, not psychological thriller to me. It's a very poignant picture of how a lot of marriages went during this time period. This story was published originally published in 1952. And so I think that this tells a lot about how a lot of people were getting on during that time. But he just was so blatant and out in the open with it. I cannot wait to talk about this in my April wrap up, because it's a lot of characters that are still on my mind. Like, I think about Francesca every single day. Francesca is definitely a feminist during a time in which you aren't allowed to be a feminist. Francesca kept on telling her over and over, leave this man, leave this man, leave this man. He does not love you. We could be happy as friends. Let's go travel together. Even after she had the baby, leave this man, leave this man, leave this man. It's just a really good story. And it's a really impactful 88 pages. 88 pages of goodness, which leaves us to think about the power of a tiny, small novel, and how sometimes it's not at all worth reading something this fat. But the reason why it is worth reading something this fat is because you just like to read also, and you like to go slow with the book and like take your time with the book and understand characters a little bit deeper, and you like all that. So let's move forward. So I did finish The Dry Heart, and The Dry Heart is a 5-star read for me. I love The Dry Heart very, 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 very much, and I definitely will reread it. Like I said, we'll talk about it deeper in the April wrap up. I have tons of tab pages, dog-ear pages and tabs, just of quotes in the book and beautiful lines that stuck out to me. Natalia Ginsburg is a hardcore bitch, and I love her. Moving on. So I have started The Idiot, and I love it. It's another one of those. I love it. So one of my bookstores that I'm going to go to at 10 o'clock, I hope and pray when I call them at 10 o'clock that they have The Idiot, because I want it already. I want it. This is the whole point in utilizing, This is the whole point in utilizing your public library, so that you can get an idea for books that you might love instead of buying them and wasting money. And so this is just too good and too much of a coming of age and too much of a relatable story for me not to own my own copy. So I'm hoping that Novel, which is the bookstore here in Memphis, I hope that they have it. I know that one of my independent bookstores, Burt's Books, does not have it, but I hope that Novel has it, and I'm gonna go and buy it if they do. If they don't, then I will wait for it from Amazon, but I will continue to read it. So I am on page 29. I immediately started Novel when I finished The Dry Heart while I was getting my hair done. Immediately. So this follows the story of Celine, who is Turkish, and she is American and the daughter of Turkish immigrants. And it begins with her a few paragraphs of email, and how she didn't know what an email was, and how she knew she was going to figure out and have an email when she got to college. And so it is the opening of, so it is 1995, and email is new. Celine, the daughter of Turkish immigrants, arrives for her freshman year at Harvard. And so we get a lot of stuff already in the first few pages, from her meeting her roommates to already the cattiness of living with girls, and a little bit of, I sense a little bit of microaggressions from one of her roommates' families, because one of their roommates is black. But I have you know that One roommate is black, one roommate is Asian, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't say Korean. It's either Korean or Asian. And then you have Celine, who is Turkish. So they all are of a different ethnicity than white. But you can still see that there is still this underlining tone when it comes to like maybe Asian Americans and African Americans, and how there is a bias there, whether it's on both sides or one-sided. And so we get a little bit of that. I get a little bit of how funny is it Elif Bateman? I get a little bit of how funny Elif Bateman is, and I like the story so far. It's not a lot to talk about. It's just getting us, she's setting the tone for the novel. She even mentions one person that I know, Ivan, I think. I want to say that I've already seen a couple of videos where they say Ivan is the love interest that can't get it right, but we're not mentioned. He's not being mentioned in that way. She's just painting the portrait of who's in certain classes with her and their ideologies and the way that they talk, and just the woes of starting college and not understanding certain things, and then also just growing up. Like, she's an 18-year-old. She is 18, fresh out of high school, fresh into the academics at Harvard, and I really, really like this story. This is millennial fiction. Which, you know, I've dipped and dabbed in millennial fiction enough to know that it resonates with me in a way that a lot of people will never understand, that are older, because they are of a different generation. So I don't have a lot of critique for a Sally Rooney and maybe a Elif Bateman or Otessa Moshfegh once I, you know, make my way to my year of rest and relaxation. But for so far, I like millennial fiction. It's me. It gets me. The writers get me because they are my age and my age group. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how old Elif Bateman is. She's really, really beautiful. She's really pretty. It's a pretty woman. But I like the book so far. Oh, it's to go back. Yeah, I really like it so far. What I'm about to do when Autumn goes into church is, of course, I'm gonna read. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the novels if they have the book. I'm gonna call first, and if they don't have the book, we're going straight to other ones, and we are gonna dive deeper into The Idiot, and hopefully I can give you guys another update today, because I'm trying to make a big chunk of reading today. I really want to, you know, because I think about this. I've thought about this book since I put it down yesterday. We went to dinner and all of that yesterday, and just had a night, and so I didn't read any more last night. I tried to, but I didn't. So I'm gonna do a lot today, and then I'll update you guys a little bit later on how I feel about the book. Okay, deuces. All right, I'm slightly tilted. That's because I have y'all on my little foul little thing on my desk. Good morning. Today is Monday, April 11th. It's a dreary day. Looks like it's about to rain outside, doesn't it, Autumn? Looks like it's about to rain. But we're here. I don't really want to do an outfit check. I just have on a work dress. And platform docks. Y'all see those? Platform docks. And some socks Autumn had on, but I went ahead and put them on. So let's discuss what we're here for. The Idiot. Alright, I got pretty far in The Idiot yesterday. I'm not on part 2 yet though. I'm not on spring, because I think it's broken up into it's broken up into quads. Maybe fall, spring, summer, and winter, maybe. Or it's broken up into parts. I haven't made it to part 2 yet because I have been savoring the read. I have been savoring this read, and I like that. I like it. I like the writing style of Elif Batuman. I like how she's writing the story. I like how she's telling the story. I love the idea of the importance of linguistics and talking or knowing different languages and understanding things. I even looked up this Turkish what is it, the Turkish suffix mis, which is pronounced mish, and how it is used in the language, and it is making me very interested. I really like the story. So yeah, it made me intrigued to learn about Turkish or Turkish language, very much so. I like the references. Like, this book makes me stop and look things up. Like, one moment we were talking about the friend Svetlana and what picture Svetlana had hanging up, and it was an Edward Gorey picture, and it was, I guess Edward Gorey is a unique artist, and this is the type of art Edward has, which I've seen these. I've seen these types of paintings and pictures, but I never knew who made them. So it's like things like that and references like that and stuff. I like that. I like that she's like drawing back up. I like that she's like drawing references to things that make you, it's like this book is very knowledgeable basically. So I like it. I like it a lot. I like the writing. I haven't gotten into the nitty gritty of anything yet. I stopped exactly where I think she's like, I don't know, it's just really hard to tell y'all where I stopped it because of how this is written. It's a really good novel. So I'll probably have an update for you all. Yeah, it is broken up into fall, summer, or fall. But after fall comes winter. Oh, in the fall, it turns into winter during the fall. Because I remember she's about to go on winter break. Or she went on winter break and now she's back. So fall and winter take place in the same little quad. And then I'm almost to spring. So I have a little update for y'all a little bit later on. But I really like it. And immediately after I finish The Idiot, which will not be today because this is a over 400 page book, so I still have my special. I cannot wait to read this book. I cannot wait to read it. Y'all know I really wanted to read it immediately after The Dry Heart, but oh, elephant in the room, I went and bought my own copy of The Idiot yesterday. Remember, I started off with the library copy and I was liking it so much I felt like I needed something like this to refer back to whenever I wanted to. So I went and got my own. So that's what, yeah, I went and got my own. I really like the floppiness of it. It's a really good quality book. I like Penguin Press books. I know that she's coming out with Either Or in May, but I won't be getting it until next year, until it comes out in paperback. I went to see if I could get a copy of Either Or, but they're done giving. Stop biting your nails. Don't make a habit of that. Don't do that. Don't do that. What are you biting?
This thing on the side.
Get off my stuff. You're gonna make my camera fall over.
It's right here. Auntie said to bite it off.
Okay.
Of just peeling it off.
Okay. But yeah, I like it. I'm gonna see if I can get let's see if I can get a copy still, but if I don't, I will not be reading Either Or in May. I will wait. I can wait and read other things. So yeah, so that's my update for today. I hope you guys are having a good day today, and then I'll talk to y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Deuces. Good morning vlog, coming to you live and shiny on this day. Today is Tuesday, April 12th, 2022. And let me see what I do. I fell asleep reading The Idiot last night. I fell asleep but I finally made it to the first email. Because I know kind of what's about to be going on with the idiot. I've seen too many videos where it wasn't about the idiot, but the idiot was mentioned. And so going over them videos was basically saying that Celine and Ivan are going to be in an email, a back and forth email type of thing. They're going to be in a situationship, and Ivan is an F-boy. So I already seen those. One video that I liked a lot was from Alex from What Page Are You On? Made a video titled My Favorite F-Boys, meaning the ones in books, and Ivan was one of them. So I know what's going on, and that's pretty much probably why the book is called The Idiot, because she's being very much idiotic as it relates to this guy, and knowing that he doesn't want her for real, or he doesn't want to be with her, but she's like still like enamored in whatever type of little romance that they do have. And it's the longing for companionship, the longing for someone to love you back. Unrequited love is a real thing. And yeah, so I did make it to that. She was just on the computer and was like, why isn't it like popping up? Because it's like I got to that page and I was like, I'm falling asleep. I'm not remembering what I'm reading, so it was time for me to just close the book, no matter how far I wanted to get. So Ivan, she said, so this is what happened. I had no new email. It said to chip in $2 for someone's birthday cake. I still had time to kill, so I pressed stop it, Autumn. I still had time to kill, so I pressed C to start a new message, and then just to see what happened, I typed Varga, that's Ivan's last name, into the recipient box. Magically the email address appeared and the full name, Ivan Varga. That was Ivan. I thought a moment and started to type, and so she sent her first email to Ivan, and it was in relation to the book that they are reading in Russian about another guy named Ivan and this woman named Nina. And basically the same type of relationship or the same type of thing is going on. So the woman so this is like a book. It's not a book about a book, but it is a book, and they are mentioning a book in the book, but it's not a book about a book. But I feel like the book that Elif Batuman chose for them to be studying in Russian class was of course on purpose, because it's kind of like an unrequited love story that they're reading and acting out in class, and that's what we're about to embark on with Celine and Ivan. So I really like the story. I really like the context of the story. I really like that they are college students. It really kind of reminds me of when I was in college, just the scenery that she's painting and stuff like that. But of course I didn't go to Harvard, so yeah, whatever. But I like it a lot. I like the personality of the narrator, which is Celine. I like the funniness of it. I just like it. So yeah, let's do an outfit check. Teacher outfit of the day. All right, so I have on this dress that I got from ASOS years ago. I got this from ASOS in 2016. And then I have on some cowboy boots, and I have this little thing from Urban Outfitters, and my tank is from Forever 21. Hair by Rihanna. I love my hair. And yeah, that's the day. And so I'll talk to you guys. Of course, I'll update you later on. I plan to get pretty far today in this book. So y'all know me though, I do a good long reading vlog. But